somebody's graduating high school
What is he
and
doing?
going off into the world, what is your advice to them?
Girls.
Start thinking about what you are going to do before you graduate. Look it up. Try to get a job that has length to it and knowledge. Takes that. That's what you got to
Oh,
look at.
wow. His
You
birthday
can't
is
just grab a
June 14th.
shovel and go out and do this and do that.
I know.
'Cause
It's so funny.
You'll get a few bucks for it, and before you know it, you're 25, then you're 29, and you're still shoveling.
Yeah.
Shoveling is not a bad profession, but you gotta get into something that you can move up
Wait a minute, was that
and
Yeah.
be important to that company, whatever it might be.
What?
And my
Yeah.
next question is, if somebody's getting married, what advice would you give them?
Think twice. Oh, it's for Poppy.
Well, if someone's getting married, it's make sure it's not just on an urge, because you can run into people that you get excited over, and then all at once you find out,
Where?
whoa,
When I got married.
Oh,
and I'm not so excited anymore.
Apparently it's a 7 out of 10.
Excitement is not
It's a
just
7 out of 10.
a
Tell me
thrill,
little bit about the
it's
show. Chick Wants
something
a
that
Chicken?
builds up
Maybe
inside
they
you.
work at a chicken store.
Okay,
I don't know. Oh, there's a movie.
Think about
Ooh,
it
it was made this
first.
year.
think, I didn't think, we didn't think we got lucky.
Summary.
We did. That's why we
Parks and
stayed
Looters.
together so long.
Series
And
cast.
she gives and I give. And you gotta see somebody who does not control, but works with.
Ryan and her friends,
Takes your
run by the
hand
ship
and
named
goes
the
with
Chicken
you.
Girls, have been dancing together forever.
And
But
that's
this
what
year,
you wanna
everything's
see.
changing.
And how can people who are married continue to stay married without
Caden Curry
divorcing? What would
is
you?
his name is
the
Tim.
guy needs to realize
He's
that you
30
used to be happy and
episodes.
not right.
Well, if there is a possibility of a divorce and to not
What is this kid?
have a child,
Filmography known for
so
its
you have a
films,
baby
House of Darkness,
and you don't like each other.
After School.
How do you?
Strange.
How do you deal with
Right.
arguments
Yeah.
in a marriage?
Attaway app. He's basically
Pass some of them
songs.
off. Agree.
I don't have any.
Even if you don't, even if you
Might
don't
have changed.
agree to
I don't have
whatever
any.
the situation might be, think about it and say, you know what? It's half good. It just may be good. Or
You're much more handsome.
don't do something
Yank, they know.
that's going to
You
hurt
look weird.
one or both people.
That's you.
Don't do
That's
something like
unfortunate.
that.
Look way better than her.
Aw,
Don't make
thank you.
agreements or disagreements
You bought
based on how you
He's trained so
feel.
well.
It's how do we feel?
That's
I
not
may
bad.
I may be 75% right. You may be 25%. Well, yeah, 25% could come into one total.
No, she looks different now.
You don't know.
Is she alive now?
If it doesn't,
Yes.
you'll find out a little bit later,
Let me
and
see
maybe
if I
somebody
can-
else will say, "I was wrong," but they won't tell you.
Aw, that's
They'll show you
amazing.
by their action.
Do you have any other advice?
Think well before you get married.
Oh, how'd that happen?
Think.
There's
Look
your-
down the road a little bit. They say, "I love her. She's beautiful."
You're much better, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
I aged
I love
better
beauty
than she
too.
did, Mom.
I also
Well, she's a few years older
like
than you.
integrity. I like people
God, why would she dye her
Who
that black?
Exactly.
like
why would you keep
me
it that
as
black?
I
It just
am,
does not match.
and I like
you got
them
like
as
paper,
they
and
are.
then it's just like, oh, I can't say that.
That's what I would say.
I was,
Don't
And
say
see what kind of
I want to though, so bad.
to do things in a,
Yeah, it's not looked at that.
I'm going against exactly what I did.
How did she?
Don't jump
It just it doesn't
into
match.
something that is gonna burn your feet later.
It doesn't
That's a
match.
stupid thing to say, but it's,
too black.
it does
She's got
sometimes.
Priscilla Presley black. It don't work.
But then again, you may jump into something and say, wow, this is the greatest thing I ever had.
But she's still got those
It
pretty blue
works.
eyes.
We agree. No matter what, we agree on everything.
Okay.
It works. But you have to, you give and you take. You say, even if you don't like some of the things that take place, you have to say, why is it taking place? That person has a little bit different look than I look. I look down or up,
It's right here.
sideways this
It's
way.
all-
They look maybe a different way.
Mm-hmm.
And they feel differently about certain things. And you gotta get to know each other. You don't get to know too well, because you may see things that, I
No.
don't like that. Well, you don't know whether you like that or not.
How much do you weigh?
Get people,
One of those two.
get people that, you can stick
You know
with
what?
What?
and trust. Trust is extremely important. And never, ever, ever keep things away. If you
Yeah.
keep things away, you're gonna get hurt.
Dad,
Further down the road, you get hurt. You or they.
that doesn't match.
Do you have any questions that we didn't, like,
Yeah.
last minute that you can think of, Skip?
Yes, why do you love me best, Dad?
Why do you love Leslie best?
Why is she your favorite?
I don't have favorites. I don't have favorites.
You know, he's the only one I believe. When
She is my
someone says
favorite
that.
daughter. Hey,
I don't have
she is my favorite daughter, and her sons are my favorite sons.
Is Skip your favorite Skip?
He's the best Skip I ever had.
You've had more?
How about when he was out hunting
Only I
blackberries?
didn't have him.
Yeah, when
Yeah.
you're out hunting those blackberries, did you have a friend named Skip?
Nope.
You're
skipped
only
every time
twisting
they
me
saw a
into a
rattlesnake,
corner.
Dad.
You know that.
Oh,
don't you?
yes.
Dad, every time they saw a snake, he was skipping
But
away.
Wow.
That's why they called him Skip.
we were
You
like,
learned how to do that in the fitness
Well, tell me
school.
about when you first saw Grammy.
God, my gosh.
Oh, that's what they're
Um,
called.
I got
That's
up on
gonna
the.
have to say for another day.
I, s-
'cause
I
that's how long it's
stayed.
gonna take.
I stayed overnight in Charleston
Uh huh.
at the YMCA. And it
You
was
know she had a
easy.
date with another boy.
No, wait a minute.
I thought
Wait a
you
minute.
followed
I didn't care anything about another boy. The other boy didn't exist. I exist.
Oh,
Okay?
he put his foot down.
I exist. And as we're made to make decisions over and over and over again. I made a decision when I walked up this street. I turned left instead of right.
I bet you he didn't tell many rocks rolling around.
I thought more of this particular part of town, and as I turned right, I looked over and I saw, oh my God, I can't believe this. And if you did it today, it would be stalking. I crossed the street and followed her. And I saw that she was going into a drugstore, and I said, I need some toothpaste. I didn't go up and bother her. Not one, but that was never my intent.
He even made the toothpaste.
But I knew who she was talking with. I knew Ralph. I knew Shirley. I'd met Shirley. And I knew right then that she was Shirley's sister. I knew why she was coming up. She was going to go to the Citadel the Citadel ball at the end of the year or something.
Citadel prom.
Prom. And so, okay, that didn't bother me because those guys are interested in
Size 9.
somebody to be with, and then they're going to put the stripes on and go.
Yeah, for a second, my foot was bigger. But
And as I was searching for the correct toothpaste, I would hear them talk, and words would come out, and all at once I heard Bono Beach. Tomorrow. I got a car. I can go to Bono Beach.
Did you even need toothpaste?
No. I could get it on the ship for nothing. But you had to have a reason to go somewhere.
Certainly.
And it
wasn't
just popped in
feasible?
my head, I need some toothpaste.
But you knew the guys and you came
I knew the
over-
guys, and
And you came over and
and
talked to
I
them
spoke-
and they introduced you.
I spoke with Ralph, and I spoke. Somebody else was there. Was that
Dink,
who?
Dink, Susie's
Dink.
boyfriend.
Yeah.
So you had a proper
Yep.
introduction.
Palladino.
After he stalked you.
Yes.
And I knew him, so I spoke.
But see, I didn't know.
Got introduced to her, and I said,
Oh.
Not until later.
I said.
How
So to
later?
myself, I said, I'm going to Bono Beach tomorrow too.
No, it was much later before.
And she was going to go with Jimmy Meyer. Jimmy worked
So
for
in
me
story
on
that
the
he
ship.
would say
He was
people when they asked how you two got
one of the
together
troops
before he told you what happened.
in CIC.
Is that
Good kid. Good kid.
No, it was,
Young.
it was shortly after we were.
Innocent.
married.
married?
After we
But
were
he
married,
got
told
drunk
me.
real quick.
He followed me to the store.
And when I got to Bono, they were around
You got
together.
stalked and you weren't
Not too
even
much, but
Stalked, and I married
And,
stalker.
Yeah.
I could see that Jimmy was drinking. I said, oh man. So I went over and spoke
That's
to
a
her.
good story, though.
Oh yeah.
And
Definitely.
she spoke to me. And we spoke again, kept speaking, and all at once we were
It's definitely a fun
out in the
story.
water together. Just a touch was like lightning.
Do you remember your first kiss with her?
Probably.
Oh. Gosh.
So I sneaked a couple while we were swimming.
You sneaked a couple while you were swimming?
Yeah, but nothing to lips. Then we swam and rubbed bodies. So gosh.
Okay, I think I've had enough. of
From
the
that
rub
moment
bodies
on,
thing.
from that moment on,
The what?
The rub
there
bodies
wasn't
thing.
a chance for anybody else.
She had you hooked, huh?
What she has never admitted is that she saw him, hooked him, and dragged him into that store.
See, I was.
My story is that I chased him until he caught me.
I'll tell you-
That was good.
Uh-oh, that guy's following me.
that.
I'm gonna
Good.
pull his butt in here. No, it happened. It happened quick, and within weeks
I was there for 3 weeks.
we were going to be married.
With-
And she says, "I can't. I'm too young. My dad won't let me." So I went to see Dad. And we
and I
talked.
said, I have to finish high school first.
You had to finish high school. It's okay. They wouldn't let me help her or show her or talk. I wasn't her guardian. Her sister was her guardian while we were married.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. That was the way.
So you were still in
and-
high school when you
and-
married?
Yep.
And that was just the
And they told
condition that they.
one.
finished, no, that was my condition.
That was your
I had to
condition.
finish
Some of the
school.
conditions were she was not to say anything about her marriage
At the school.
Oh.
at the school.
No, they knew I was married, but I couldn't talk about married life to the other
To the
girls.
other girls.
Oh,
In other words, you couldn't talk about
Right.
And that was it.
yeah.
And they wouldn't talk
Were
about
you
it.
pretty convincing to her dad then?
Absolutely.
Like, did he say right away
He-
yes, or did he
I
give you a
I
hard
have
time?
to tell you this. I didn't know it for sure. He married her mother when she was 16,
15.
15.
Oh, wow.
He had no grounds to stand on. He said, and he did say, If I say no, and you'll get it, our intent, all you do is just go across the Florida border into Alabama, not Alabama,
Georgia.
Georgia, and marriage there is wide open. They won't even, you just put your
Yeah.
data down, get your license, and get married. And said, one thing I say, if you ever have to hit her or anything of that nature, send her home. You got it.
Nobody hits my girls but me.
I slap her on the butt every once in a while.
Slapped on the what?
He slaps her on the butt every once in a while.
That's not a,
Well, you can't
That's
necessarily
not
send
an
them home.
anger
shot.
considering
That's a
you
love-
sent
that's not
video.
an anger shot.
Yeah. It's a love tap.
Are you
Are you
Are
gonna
you
let
taking
him use his
pictures of me?
spoon?